There it is. 51 states. We got a special guest.
I already know.
Henny the Moor.
Live from the liquor store.
Everybody
Absolutely.
Everybody want to hear from Henny, Landlord, and Boss. We got us a track meet Sunday. That ain't even a football game, it's a track meet.
Absolutely. In the beautiful MIA. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they don't get in no trouble out there. You know what I'm saying? Behave yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be too nefarious like me. Please.
Man.
Be nefarious as you can be.
I love it.
Say, Landlord, let me ask my boy here the question real quick, man.
What's up, man?
I never really kind of got your thoughts on Buffalo. We go move off Buffalo immediately, but I want to first get your thoughts real quick before we kick it off.
Thoughts on Buffalo? That's a black eye on Dan Quinn, in my humble opinion, because he stayed in nickel and dime all damn day. And if you go back and you look at the quote from Josh Allen, he said they weren't even originally planning to run the football like that. He said that Joe Brady identified that when they went to 22 and 12 personnel, they stayed in nickel. So he said they just kept running the football. And you know, when things come down to making adjustments, changing personnel packages to have an advantage against a certain set, Dan Quinn laid the egg on that one. So that's my humble opinion about that. I'm not saying that we would have turned into this all-world run defense, but we definitely would not have given up 200 yards on the ground if we had actually went big on big. But you know, that's where I'm at with that.
Oh, and we definitely got to talk about that, especially since you kicked it off like that. Y'all get ready. Ooh, I'm glad you started with that. Man, we finna have a good show.
Fire flames.
Man, yoga.
I want to.
Huh?
Yoga fire.
Look.
I like that. You know I like that guy.
I-35 with the top down. Quit to tell a hater they should get like me. Seem like everybody wanna be the boss, but it costs and these lames ain't like me. Drop a couple bands on the crypto fans. No make go. I ain't gotta tell them what it is. Tell them I'm a grown man, so you'll never fool me with the cap you be selling to the kids. Shorty, we the lords of the land. We wavy. Bad little mama tryna have a baby. In a coupe seat color like gravy. Children of the sun, why these so shady? Boss talk with the wolf pack, I ain't never look back. Got a couple bands and I flip that. I be chillin' with my shorty, got the crib on karate. Keep up, little baby, that's a kickback. Can't flex on that living hate free, but he say real, but I know that can't be. Paying for the late fee, hit her from the side till I get home safely. Got 3 chains on me, neck strong, and a checks long, and a I'm up now. And I make little baby feel good in the hood around you. Shorty can't put a cup down. Glide through your hood like soap on a runway. No sleep, check a bag on a Sunday. Get it in a moment, I don't gotta say one day.
Nope.
Be cool, he don't really want gunplay. Slide through your side like a spoon on ice cream. Say I'm falling off, baby, that's a pipe dream. Everybody win when they ball for the right team. Gotta shine like a star, I'm a light beam. Get into the cash, stop playing with me. You be in the DM, but she laying with me. Ain't really much you can say to a G. I'm on the road, I'll be everywhere they pay me to be. These ballin' on the internet, stop. I take some words and I turn them into prop. Retro 3 jersey, I'm the answer. Please stop hating on the king, that's cancer. About to sling an iPhone for the quick flip. Making magic in the mix like Bisquick. Turn it to a slip and slide on the slick. Showing love to the fans, get a quick flick. And my granny pick cotton, I'ma pick her a mansion. Scaling up the company, we thinking expansion. Everything homegrown, cool on the chemicals. Small town fly, got a neck full of mineral. Glide through your hood like soap on a runway. No sleep, check a bag on a Sunday. Get it in a moment, I don't gotta say one day. Be cool, he don't really want gunplay. Slide through.
Enough of that. Enough of that. It's time to start it. I wait, and you already know. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Landlord started something. He called you Slam Williams.
Yeah.
He wants to know when you adopt that name from being a slam artist like how you did on boy from Detroit, man. When you think about adopting the name Slam Williams.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You keep looking for a flip, for real. That's not wealth, that's rent, for real. For real. For real. For real.
Let's go.
For real. For real. For real. For real. For real. Really real. Really real. Really real. Really real. For real. For real. For real. For real. No liens on the whip, for real. I get bored, I take a trip, for real. Take a loss, I never trip.
Watch my boy Henny. Ooh, there go Henny.
I'm not a lick, for real.
I see you. Oh, Henny just creeping through the phone.
For real.
Creeping on
No
the
pictures by the crib, for real.
And just post up. Just post up. Y'all see how my boy here just posted up like an OG. You hear me? Let's go. Let's go, man.
creeping on the come up, baby. What's happening?
Man, so let's get right into it. See, here you was saying stuff I ain't even know, dog.
Yeah, man.
Man, over there cooking.
See,
I'm surprised you ain't seen the little
I
comments.
have not. So,
Man, hold on.
let me rewind. Because we really freestyling this. Let me go ahead, pull it up. Let me rewind this though. Ooh,
right.
Listen. So you mean to tell me they went into that game not even wanting to run the ball like that?
According to this report, it says even Bills quarterback Josh Allen admitted it wasn't really the original plan to pick apart the Cowboys defense through the run before the game started. Once they realized Dan Quinn would still match their 21 2 running backs and 12 2 tight end personnel groupings with nickel 5 DBs and dime 6 DB defenses, it was an easy call for offensive coordinator Joe Brady though.
Oh my. And see, did y'all see that interview that Mike Marks did April 14th?
I'm not sure.
Keep talking.
I know you got them clips loaded up, boss. I know boss got them clips loaded up.
Let me pull it up.
But I gotta say this.
Please.
I gotta say this. I'm gonna let you work in the background, but man, listen here, man. Ain't no way in the world, we don't give DQ much criticism over here or in this space, because I think we come from such a deficit that we really appreciate where we are now. Yeah. But at the same time, we can't give you a pass forever. Like, we still expect you to do normal practices as a defensive coordinator. If you see, I gave the perfect example, far as Madden go. That's why Madden lets the defense pick after the offense, because you matching personnel.
That's right.
Like
that's how it works.
This is the exact reason why they do that.
Yeah.
So if you're not gonna match personnel, you making yourself get a disadvantage for no reason. You set yourself up for failure, man. Cause like this, he had a great analogy the other show too, where he was like, if you think about it, man, that's why they got weight classes in boxing. Right. Like, you just ain't big enough, bro. You can't handle these haymakers coming from a dude who weigh 100 pounds more than you. Right. You just can't do it. That's why they wouldn't even match that fight up. You see what I'm saying? Right. Not to say that it's impossible, but what's the likelihood of you being successful going up against a guy that's that much bigger than you all the time, all game for 4 quarters?
It's not realistic. It's not
it's
realistic
just not.
at all.
It's just not realistic, as HTM said. It's just not.
And one other thing I do want to point out in regards to that to what Dan Quinn has been doing, the reason that he keeps doing it is that majority of the time he gets away with it. Like when we talk about Dan Quinn, we talk about what Landlord. What we say, he don't give a damn about linebackers. He don't give a fuck about linebackers.
He don't. Yeah, you gotta curse with it because we mean
it. Yeah, for real. Like when you see him, man, like that's what he does every game. And really, Dan Quinn is right most of the time. They've done it. They've done it every game. We played 14 games. It came back to bite us in the ass about 4 times. Like it showed up in that Cardinals game when they were able to bully us on the ground. They ran for over 200 yards. It showed up in the 49ers game. You know, it showed up in the first Philly game, and it showed up in this game right here. And listen, lightweight showed up in the Carolina Panthers game. They were too sorry to actually take advantage of it. They ran the ball effectively on that one drive. They were able to score on us.
True.
So, all right, I got the clip ready.
That's the thing.
I got the clip ready. See, I didn't know this was gonna happen, so Henny gave me some game. I'm finna return the favor. This is from April 14th. Listen.
I want the Cowboys to kind of build on defense. I don't believe Dak can carry them through the playoffs if it's on him mostly. I think he's got flashes, spectacular flashes.
Of his philosophy, I'm a big Dak fan. There's been too many of his philosophy, a little bit more. He's a guy that wants to throw it quite a bit.
Hold on, man.
And if you don't,
I pulled up the wrong thing. Keep going. Y'all keep talking real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah, this one of the points I did want to make on that topic. When you think about it, man, I said this in one of my other shows. I think Dan Quinn is on some modern stuff. So in his philosophy, I think he's trying to stop the passing game. But if you think about it, I feel like your first priority should be to stop the run. Because like I said, I don't think it's just that many game-breaking tight ends in the league. I just don't think so. So I would rather take my chances at stopping the run compared to worrying about a tight end cooking me. I just don't think they're going to break the game most of the time. But guess what? You can get dominated on the run game. You can. And the only way you can do both these days is what? To get you a hybrid player. And I think they tried to do that with Overshawn. I believe they really did, because Overshawn seems like he's athletic enough to cover, and he kind of pretty much had the build to be a real linebacker. But I just don't think we have the personnel to be trying to do both. So that's why he heavily leaned towards covering these tight ends. But I just don't get it, bro. I would rather, we still got personnel to challenge the run. Like, we got linebackers. Why won't we just run Clark and Evans then? Because they actually real linebackers.
And that's the thing right there. Because I understand what you're saying, and I also understand it from Dan Quinn perspective. Look at the league leaders in rushing right now. With 3 games left, there's only one dude with 1,000 rushing yards. Teams don't even really want to run the football like that. Now, there's exceptions to the rules, right? Like the 49ers, they got the lead leading rusher. They're very dynamic. You know, they do all those things on the ground. But, you know, it's hard to say build your team to stop the run when there's only 2 or 3 teams in the NFL, 32 teams that really want to run the football. Facts. So I understand that, but at the same time, you still need an answer
if they come at you.
Want to. Exactly.
Right. So I found it.
But look,
hold on, I got it. I got it. Watch it. Trust me, this works.
Yeah.
Trust me. This is from April 14th.
As well. So I just think that the guys that adjust the best as play callers during the game that can change gears, those are the really great ones.
Coach, how would you approach the running game in today's NFL?
Listen.
Well, I think they've done a really good job of spreading things out. The one thing that I do know is I watch the draft and everything over the last 10 years. Those linebackers have gotten smaller, looking at more athletic guys. We used to put a big 280, 290-pound tight end back there at fullback and do some lead stuff, and I promise you I would do that. Just go and splatter those guys and come downhill as much as you can with it, because they're just not prepared for it. Guys, the defenses, there's too many system type things and not enough details. I would really play smash mouth downhill with big guys and make them play it.
Do you love analytic?
That's April 14th. So, and see, Hen, I didn't even know you was going to go here when we started the intro. When I said, what's on your mind in Buffalo? And you started off with Dan Quinn did not get out of that big nickel. As they was running it down your throat, it was a lack of, because he tried to make adjustments, but the adjustments was not the personnel adjustments.
Exactly. Exactly. Because, When they a lot of times you go back and you look at the film, they were moving the running back around. They're moving from one side to the other, and they made the person on the running back adjust, and then they would run right back to where he just came from. So they opened the lane just by moving the running back with the motion. So they moved the interior defender at will, and then like you said, he made adjustment. One of the adjustments was he just didn't move with him. If he moved from left to right, he took one step over, and and that was it. But like you said, they didn't really go back, to a traditional 4-3 or anything like that. They stayed in big nickel. They did not have a three linebacker look at all. And honestly, man, when you think about it, I love Marquise Bell. He's a phenomenal player. But at the end of the day, he just became a linebacker the other day, right?
Yeah.
So you still can count him as a damn safety, really. So when you go even smaller, right? He's already a small linebacker. So when you go even smaller and you don't have Rashaan Evans on the field, or you don't have Damone Clark on the field, then I don't know what you expect them boys to do.
They're gonna get splattered. And see,
that's exactly
real
what happened.
quick, I want y'all to both address this. DQ says it was poor tackling. Cause I feel like it's kind of like the chicken. Right. I was gonna call it the chicken or the egg.
What came first? Came first was the fact that these guys are too little to make the tackles they actually make. Mm-hmm. And that's the issue. So if you went out there and you had Rashaan Evans, a combination of Rashaan Evans, Damone Clark, let's say situationally a Micah Parsons, and listen, don't you crazy motherfuckers, don't come at me. I'm not saying that Micah Parsons needs to never rush the passer again. Negro, we play about 60 defensive snaps. He can play linebacker 10 of them. God dog, chill out. My point being though, like, you can put Micah Parsons out there and help with the run at times. You don't have to always attach to the line of scrimmage, especially when the team is showing that they're not trying to throw the football. They threw the ball 14. They threw the ball 14 times. What can Micah Parsons do for your team attached to the line when a team is going to run the ball 49 times?
Oh man, see, we got to talk about this in a couple of different ways. Did you have something on that first, Landlord?
Yeah, I do gotta say this, man. I understand that it's a passing league and most teams don't do that. But listen, bro, the people that we gotta face, we got bigger dreams. We got bigger fish to fry. The people that we gotta face, we gonna need them real linebackers. We gonna need them. That's what I'm saying. So
that's why we said have the horses in the stable still.
Yeah, you still gotta have some ammo for them boys, and some real tangible ammo, not just a guy you just pull out of Walmart off the street. So what I say, you got to think. Look at the people we got to play, y'all. Think about this. If we get to the championship, all the better teams in the league, what can they do? They can run. Kansas City can run. Detroit can run. Miami can run. Philly can run. San Francisco can run. So, I mean, I know you don't want to cater your team to something that you don't need that often, but in my opinion, it's the more important stuff, though, because you're not going to get to the level we want to get to if you don't implement that. Like, you're not getting past them boys with these liberty-ass DBs out here. I've been told Boss this. Me and Boss had a conversation last year. Mm-hmm. I've been said I ain't like that. But, the only reason I was able to deal with it because what? It works most of the time. What I look like crying about something that don't really come up that much. So I just said, okay. Yeah, but I said, look, this is why I just said these boys is some dogs, so they can still possibly get it done. That's the only reason I just said, okay, we gonna just have to rock with what we got. Cause Dono a dog, Curse a dog, them boys got the mental attitude to be able to do it. Even though they lacking a little physicality or a little bit physically, they still got the mentality to be able to at least put up a decent fight. But like I said, sometimes that junk just don't work out like that, man. And like I said, against the big fights, the boss fights, bro, we need linebackers. Detroit a physical running team. Miami a physical running team. Philly a physical running team. Anybody that you might play, the Chiefs, like just say for instance we do get to the Super Bowl, them boys run between the tackles. Like everybody think about Patrick Mahomes, Pacheco be running between the tackles hard. Them boys got a physical run game. So look, you're gonna have to deal with it if you want to get to next level. And then when they run the ball more, answer my question. Riddle me that.
December.
Well, we struggling at in the postseason. So hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to get it done, man.
But that's the whole point of me saying that the personnel needs to be addressed by Dan Quinn, because it's not like you don't have people on the team you can line up there and can be effective against the run, and that's the whole thing. Like, I don't even have a puncher's chance if I stay in the nickel. So for example, like you gotta have the right tool for the right job, right?
Right.
If I'm on the goal, if I'm on the goal line, am I finna come out here? Am I finna come out here in dime or quarters? Hell no.
No.
If I'm
jumbo, you coming out with the jumbo package.
Yeah.
Goal line.
Goal line.
If I'm doing field goal kickoff, right? They finna kick a field goal. Am I finna come out here and prevent? Or am I finna come out here and or am I finna come out here in a field goal unit, right?
Yeah.
So
you
got
use the proper package for the proper attack.
Exactly. So if I come out here and I see them, they lined up, man, they got a damn me fullback and they got 2 tight ends on this motherfucker. Am I finna come out here in quarters and nickel and dime and try to play that?
No,
that's not the right answer.
Are we gonna play press man on Tariq Hill all day?
Hope not.
No.
Nah. I mean, because I was telling him that we could segue to that, because I sure said, listen, it sounds crazy, but that might be our best shot. We don't know. These boys, look, you pretty much cooked against these dudes either way it go. I'm going to just be real with you.
We going to get into some strategy on Miami.
I'm going to be real with you. Them boys, it's hard to match up with them, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to match up with
It's
them.
almost like it ain't no answers. It's like you got to limit it. It's like you got to limit it. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
I want to just kind of finish real quick this Dan Quinn stuff, because the stuff that he came, I didn't even know, that they came.
Yeah, he sent it to me last night,
and that also meant that they whooped us on the ground without a major practice to whoop us. So what do teams go do that saw that film? What they go do, right?
Trying to get the same matchups.
I want to talk about a couple of debates that's going around.
Okay.
One of them is the Micah Parsons to middle linebacker. I want us to really talk about that.
Okay.
You said you not forward, Landlord. Let's start there.
I think y'all kind of gave me a different perspective, because when I hear Micah at linebacker, I'm thinking middle linebacker. That's just the way my mind works. So it's like we put Micah in the middle. It just feel like that's what people mean. So if you get a little more specific with what you mean and you say maybe get him in the wheel, because that makes sense to me. That's a whole different type of idea in my opinion, because not to say that Micah don't have the mental capabilities to do it, but at the same time you do got to look at it and say, I've been one of the people that was saying we behind the 8 ball in developing him like that, because a linebacker, it takes superior intellect. It takes hours of studying. You literally the quarterback of the defense.
Facts.
So you can't just be around here just running around, because think about it. It don't matter how
being
much
fast and big
you
not
have.
good enough.
It don't matter
as
how
a middle
much
linebacker.
Athletic. That's what I'm speaking about. It don't matter how fast you is. If you confused, you will be running to the wrong place fast. That's how you'll be doing. So it don't matter. So we look at somebody like Sean Lee. Sean Lee wasn't no 4-3 guy.
But he beat you to the spot.
Sean Lee over 90% of these linebackers in the league. Right
he gonna be early.
Sean Lee was early. He was beating. You would think he ran a 4-3 on film, because he was that dope.
Right.
He was that dope at dissecting, reading, and reacting.
Yeah.
We just can't find a linebacker like that for the life of us. I don't know, bro. I've been missing Sean Lee ever since he retired. No lie. Sean Lee was that type of dude to me. He just couldn't stay healthy. So, we've been missing that kind of guy in Dallas. Really, bro, we need to do whatever the hell we need to do to get Sean Lee on this coaching staff. Bro, we need to get him, because what is this linebacker coach doing, bro? That they on that nepotism stuff. What's his name? That's a Mike McCarthy guy. This dude don't even interview.
McClure.
This dude don't do. You don't even hear from this dude. And our linebacking core been playing the same type of football ever since he been here. It don't matter who you put in there, they playing the same type of football. Who is this linebacker coach doing? Why he don't do no interviews? Why he don't do no interviews? Why he ain't doing like Al Harris and all these other Aiden Dirty do interviews. These position coaches do interviews. Why we don't hear from him? Why we don't hear from him? Because he Mike McCarthy buddy. Y'all know I'm a big Mike supporter, but this nepotism can ruin our team, bro. We need to bring him to the forefront. He got some answers, some questions to answer, bro. If you asking me,
I need you to come to the front of the church.
If you answer, you need to come down this aisle, sir. We got some questions, man. Because real talk, what's really alarming is this is why I question the coaches. Because it don't matter who the linebackers is. They play with the same principles. They all hesitating. LVE, tell me if you look at film, boss, you know I ain't lying. If you a film watcher, tell me Damone Clark don't look like LVE. Tell me Damone Clark ain't hesitating and not shooting no gaps just like LVE was doing. Tell me your linebackers ain't tackling people 5 yards down the field every time. I told them, I said, man, it might be strange. It might be strange to y'all, but you know linebackers can make tackles for loss, right? That's something strange in Dallas, right? I know it sounds foreign to you all, but it's possible. And we just don't get that in Dallas, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Landlord, but let me ask you a question, though. Who else is Damone Clark supposed to look like? He's supposed to look like his vet, right? It's not like he's out here. He ain't learning from Ray Lewis. He ain't learning from Bobby Wagner. He ain't learning from nobody else. He's supposed to look like Leighton Van Der Esch. That's who his veteran is. So you know.
But look, when you take one of them,
hold that thought. Because listen, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But we also don't have a lot of talent in the linebacking room. Rashawn Evans is your most experienced linebacker with the highest pedigree, and this man is pretty much a journeyman linebacker at this point in time. So yeah, I get it. Like the linebacker coach, he ain't doing his job. He's not like that, right? And again, like when we did the research on it, he's been buddy with Mike McCarthy for a long time. He was a assistant defensive coach with him back in Green Bay. So they go way back. He's not doing his job. But at the same time, man, you know, this is also you know, a player-driven league, man. This is a player-driven league. Like I don't really care about my wide receiving coach because Brandon Cooks been putting everybody on game. Everybody talk about what the hell Brandon Cooks has done for these young wide receivers when they were here. You know, you heard CeeDee Lamb rave about Amari Cooper when he was here and how much game he put him on, how he helped him with his route running and releases and things like that. So, you know, like if one way you can also improve your linebacking room if you're not going to improve the coaching is to actually put another linebacker in there to know what the hell he's doing.
You got to get a player to coach their ass. That's sad. Now,
I gotta ask.
Hold on real quick because I want to reel us back into the solution. We was talking about Micah Parsons, right? So, my issue was what you said, Landlord, the feasibility of him being able to actually pick up the cerebral side of linebacker. But then Henny came in like a genius before the show and was like, he ain't got to play no middle. I'm like,
that boy smart. That boy good.
Let me say something too that's super important. I've been wanting to say this for a week. The more you get away from the middle, the less you have to think.
Facts.
And that's for real. Think about it. Who makes all the communication on the offensive line?
The center.
Who makes all the communication, period, on the offense?
Quarterback.
Who makes all the communication on the defense?
The middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker.
And who makes all the communication on the back end?
Safe.
On the traditional defense, the middle linebacker.
And they had no idea I was going to ask them questions because when you in the middle, this is what some people might not know. We go talk about football. One of the first things you got to do when you in the middle, you got to set the strength. So I play corner, right? Because remember, it's 11 people on the field. So it's always going to be an odd number some way. And if you set up in an even formation, the strength goes to the number one tight end. So the linebacker is always thinking once they break the huddle. The first thing they doing is they trying to figure out the strength, because the strength can also change with motion. So if it's a motion, they also got to pick it up and communicate it.
So I think you need to let them know what you mean by script, because I know some of them might not know what you mean. But explain to them what you mean.
It's a strong side and a weak side to every offense, right? Because it's 11 people on the field. So if it was going against 10, that would be even. But because it's 11, it's going to always be a numerical strength.
Facts.
So when it's a strength, the linebacker or the green dot safety got to pick it up and declare the strength as soon as they come out the huddle. Now, if you're a corner or an edge, you ain't even thinking. They're telling you what the strength is, right? Because the farther you on the outside, the less you think. You see what I'm saying? So going to Henny's point, if you want to try to help linebacker with Micah Parsons, don't make him think. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, man, because when you play weak side and strong side linebacker, man, it's not really a cerebral position. You're more like a heat-seeking missile, you know. And one thing I wanna elaborate on, you know, like think about Leighton Vander Esch when he was an All-Pro. Like when Leighton Vander Esch was an All-Pro linebacker as a rookie, he was not playing middle linebacker. We forced him to play middle linebacker out of necessity later on in his career. But when he first got here and Jalen Smith was playing middle linebacker for us, you know, Jalen Smith, you know, will get everybody lined up, and all he had to do was go out there and blow shit up. He knew exactly what the strong side was, what play side was, where to go, and you know, somebody else was doing the thinking for him. So I'm not saying that Micah Parsons is stupid. I'm not saying that he is not a smart guy.
It's late in the season.
But it's late in the season, and his biggest asset is his speed and athleticism. The more you think, you know, the less that you can actually react and move. So, you know, if Micah Parsons if Micah Parsons only acts to react, go see ball, get ball, go here, hit this hole, he gonna be good. I promise you, Micah Parsons be good doing that. I just don't want Micah Parsons come out here, he see this dude motion over. He gotta reset the strong side.
Yeah.
He gotta understand the route combination coming. You actually fall back into coverage.
Right.
You know, it's a bunch
you gotta
of shit
pat the
go with
defensive
that,
tackle on the back on say move
like,
over. Scrape.
We ain't even get into the responsibilities that he'll have to change. Like a motion can change everything. Like now you on this dude. Now I'm on this dude. Now I gotta watch this gap. Now he gotta watch that. Like it's a lot of stuff that you gotta know on the fly. You gotta know all of this on the fly. And I like what you were saying to piggyback on what you were saying about the strong side and the weak side of the field. That's why they got these linebackers named that. You know what I'm saying? You got a weak side linebacker. Some people say wheel linebacker, but it's the weak side linebacker. And he typically a more slender dude. On the strong side, you want a bigger, more bulky dude that can take on blocks.
Yep.
I don't think we got that dude on the roster. That's why we use two of them. So we don't really have that dude on the roster.
Man, but I got some concerning news real quick, man. According to Todd Archer, Tyron Smith is dealing with a back issue coming out of Buffalo. Mike McCarthy said he will do more today than he did Wednesday. We still have a lot of time, Coach said, but his availability is uncertain.
I saw that yesterday from Michael Gehlken. Michael Gehlken highlighted that too on the injury report, that he usually on there to where they resting him as a precaution, but they added back. So we got to cross our fingers for real.
One more thing before we change our linebacker, because it's relevant to it. When Hen was saying about the linebackers taking out the LVE, that's why I'm kind of relating it back to the coach. Because think about this. We've seen LVE play totally different before. In 2018, who was our linebacker coach? Somebody help me out, because I don't think I know it when this dude. You know what I'm saying? We seen LVE balling out in 2018. LVE was a heat-seeking missile. He was sideline to sideline. He was making big plays, big stops. This was rookie LVE. But yeah, I'm just saying, when you take one of those variables away, which is the coach, because we seen him playing differently. So that makes different tendencies.
He was playing a different position. He wasn't playing middle linebacker.
Oh yeah, he was playing weak side.
Yeah. That's why he was sideline to sideline. He was way better, but
True.
you know, like
He was
I
way
still
better.
think you're right though, landlord.
You think it's the coach?
Mm-hmm. Because that's
I
the
think so.
overall
I'm
point
sure
of what you were
so.
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I always say this: if an individual playing bad, you hold that individual accountable. But if the group consistently playing bad, you look at the coach.
Mm-hmm. Because they look too
you got
similar
two
on
linebackers.
tape, bro. They look
Facts.
too similar on tape. I be wondering why none of them ain't shooting. They just be sitting there chopping their feet. Then they wait till the guy come to them and tackle.
So, all right. So I'm gonna narrow this down to a solution, and I'm gonna tell y'all, Henny is the one that got me on this. All right, we was talking pre-show, so I'm gonna give my boys credit.
Thanks.
The solution is take a more veteran linebacker, and he's the green dot, Evans or Clark. And then instead of trying to put Micah Parsons as middle, you just want him to be run support, weak side or strong. Now we run a lot of 5-2, so I don't know if we really have a weak or strong in that traditional.
Yeah.
But the ideal is what you're saying. You got a guy
Put
that's
Micah at weak side.
Yeah, just get him to where he can react, basically, to help run support. Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I mean. Because listen, man, like if a team is gonna and listen, it's also gonna be dependent on how the team is playing this, right? If the team is gonna throw the ball 40 times, then yeah, shit, if I'm playing linebacker at all,
right?
You know, let Micah Parsons rush the passer. But in a game like this, they ran the ball damn near 50 times. I think it was like 49 rushing attempts. 46, yeah, it was something crazy. I knew it was up there. So they ran the ball 46 times, and they threw the ball 15. There were 15 actual passes. So Micah Parsons was mainly trying to stop the run from defensive end position, and we all know that Micah Parsons, as a pass rushing defensive end, is a monster. As a run stopping defensive end, he don't grade out too well. I'm not a PFF guy like that, but he don't grade out good. And when you watch the film, he gets moved. Because a big 300-pound dude, you know, they have issue with Micah Parsons' speed coming at them, but they have no issue going at Micah Parsons because they way bigger. Mm-hmm. So
they finna try to clean them up,
man. Yeah, so get Micah Parsons into a more conducive situation for him to succeed, and that's just good coaching, in my opinion.
Yeah. So
that was perfectly said.
Perfectly said.
Because I'm looking at it like. It's a tough conversation to have, boss. I don't even know if the nation ready for this. I don't know if y'all ready for this.
I'm ready.
But it boiled down to, man, Micah's still a tweener, y'all. He's still a tweener. That's what it is. And he's a great tweener, but he's still a tweener in every speak of the word when you think about it. Because look, he's small enough to be a linebacker. He got the linebacker body. But he got the skill set of a defensive end. That's what's so crazy about this. He's still in the middle. That's probably why it was so miraculous that he fell to us and type of stuff like that, because some people might not knew what to do with him. You remember he wasn't even in our plans.
No.
We just were like, man, this dude's so talented. We gotta draft him. We gonna find something to do with him. That's what our mindset was. We wanted a cornerback. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when you got a tweener like that, the dangers of a tweener is you might not be good enough at either one. We know Micah is good as hell at being a pass rusher. He just don't got the body for it. That's what's crazy about it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sustainability, that's gonna be the problem for him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he might just have to pick a side like all the way and just go with it. Unless he just gonna be able to. Like we said, we found a good solution that's in the middle. Like Hen said, it's perfect. He don't have to think and he don't have to know all that stuff that a middle linebacker have to know. But he also can use his speed and athleticism and sideline-to-sideline ability to affect the game to a top-tier level at weak side linebacker. So that I feel like that's the best of both worlds right there.
I love it.
And he's just a tweener, y'all. He is.
And I want to say one more thing. See, it's also a debate still going on right now about it's people that saying keep Micah at defensive end because it affects the game more than anything. See, that's very one-dimensional thinking because Buffalo limited Micah Parsons because he was just that defensive end. Or mostly a defensive end. So you able to neutralize him if you just keep him at defensive end. You have to be able to move him around. You do. And he got to be ready to play linebacker. See, because there's a whole lot of people not understanding that the game plan of Buffalo is what kept Michael play. He wasn't really enthusiastic about stopping the run. Just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Just keeping it real. But at the same time, yeah, putting him at linebacker. Now, if he embrace it, you can now impact the game, especially if they running at you. Because we put you in a place to stop what they doing. So anyway.
Walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really him.
Let's go.
Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up. Look, walking this bitch like hey. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like hey. I'm really
him. All right. So him is obvious. We gonna start with you. We always start with the guess. So him is not really defined. Him is just who is that dude as we get ready for Miami. It can be one of our guys. It can be one of their guys. Who is the him? What's getting ready to happen with the him? Let's go, Henny.
Man, we lost last game, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the him's going to be Dak Prescott. Ooh. Because if you look at Dak Prescott's numbers after losses, this man plays like a Hall of Famer after every game he loses. He has a pass rating of well over 100. If I'm not mistaken, his pass rating after his last loss was 130. So I expect Dak Prescott in good conditions, wanting to get that monkey off his back to have a stellar game. I expect 4 passing touchdowns from Dak. And listen, I'm not saying that this team is a whole by any sense of the imagination, but Dak Prescott and these guys, you know, they've been on fire for a very long time. This is a defense that plays a lot of zone, majority zone. If I'm not mistaken, about 77%. And we all know Dak Prescott numbers are through the roof when he play. Really through the roof when he plays anything this year. But he always had a good number against zone defense. So I expect Dak Prescott to be him this game, come out there, put up some points. And honestly, I think we'll need them, man. I expect this defense to completely shut down the Miami Dolphins, but I do expect Dak Prescott to get these boys about 40.
That's a damn good him.
Mm-hmm. And a great reason, too. Because hey, what's the best indication of the future?
The past.
And his history says that he gonna act a fool when after a loss.
Exactly.
But
what it says.
That was a great one by him. But I guess it's my turn, and my him is gonna be Mr. Mike McDaniels over there, cause he's a mad scientist, man. Let's just be real. I've been watching a few of his interviews and stuff, man, and he's a very arrogant, aggressive dude. So make no mistake about it, man. It's a ticking time bomb with this offense. They ready to explode at any time, especially with a dude like him. He's only a second-year head coach, and he can't wait to put his fingerprints all over this league. And who better to do it? Who better to get some notoriety and recognition from than doing it on the Dallas Cowboys? I told y'all on my show, this is Miami, man. South Beach, it's so much other stuff to do. These boys gotta ball out to get some attention over there. You know what I'm saying? That's why they gonna put up 70 points on you. They really trying to show out. So, hey, if we ain't coming over there ready to, lace up them bootstraps, it could be a long day, man, for real. They got the talent, and they arrogant enough. They got it on their mind, and there's a lot of narratives that's going around about this team as well. They can't beat this. They can't do this. They can't do that. He the type of coach, he kind of remind you of Philly coach, Sirianni a little bit. Just got that moxie about him, and he want to prove and rah-rah to everybody. That's kind of how he is. So if they got an opportunity to try to blow this game up, man, that's exactly what they'll do. So, and I feel like he the puppeteer, he the master behind all of it, all these pre-snap motions, all this play action. They number one and all this type of stuff like that. So that's why I say he is the him for this game, in my opinion.
Both of y'all killed them hymns. Damn. The MVP is the him to me, right? It's a combination of what you said. It's when you got the play calling, right, mixed with a guy that's literally up to be MVP, and he's gonna be fresh. See, nobody can tell me that every team in the league don't circle Dallas on their calendar, because I don't know why. We all know why, but I'm gonna say like I'm gonna act like I don't know. Why with every team, everybody is unhealthy until they play Dallas? It's always the case. It's like they always say, you know what? Take the week off because we got Dallas next week. You know? See, and I think you're right. They want to show out on Dallas. This ain't gonna even be no we trying to win. Because if you trying to win, you gonna come in and run the ball. But I bet you they ain't gonna do that. They gonna run the ball because they always run the ball and they run it well. But this gonna be a mix of vanity, in my opinion. I think they gonna be trying to make him MVP. He close to getting 2,000 yards, and they want to do it under the lights. So the him that we gotta be ready for is Tyreek Hill.
I agree with that.
That's a great one too. This team is star-studded, man. They kind of remind me of the AFC Dallas, bro. Like when you think about it, they got a talented defense that's not been playing up to par as of late. They got guys, they got DBs, they got pass rushers, they got a lot of stuff. They pretty much built the same way as we is, if you think about it.
Yeah.
But they got a little more talent on the offensive end as far as the receiving core. I like their receivers better. And we got a better tight end. I don't know if they tight end making much noise over there, but they running backs though. Most have got 18 touchdowns, 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, they getting big.
He got 18 rushing. So, man, that's all I'm saying. I know my defense got the capabilities of it. My best solution trying to slow these boys down is obviously getting after the passer. I feel like that's why, Boss, I know we kind of touched on this a little bit, but think about this. We already came to the conclusion that it might not be a solution. You know right. Trying to stop these dudes. So like it sounds like football suicide to come out here and jam these boys and play press man. Yeah. But think about it. Having cushion and pass rushing, it pretty much cancel each other out, in my opinion. You might need to try to press these dudes. These some little bitty receivers, boss. You a DB. That's one thing you got over them. These boys little. When you see somebody get did like that, what end up happening to them little receivers? At times, you might just be able to get them one game. Just rough them up and get in his head. You might be able to get them. But I ain't saying do that all game now. But I'm just saying, if you was able to get your hands on them and pass rush, that might be a combo that you might be able to be successful with. Because I'm telling you right now, if you sit in zone, Tua gonna dissect you, bro. He like that. I'm telling you straight up. I ain't acting like he the greatest quarterback ever, but he can put the ball where it need to go consistently.
Yeah,
we don't know if he can do it under
accuracy
pressure
right now in the league. 71%.
I'm telling you, if you make him dissect you, he will.
But hey, I'm gonna say this about that game plan, man. And I do agree with you primarily about winning up front with the pass rush. Because, you know, they're the ones that are down multiple offensive linemen. We may be in the same boat depending on the health of Tyron Smith and Zach Martin. But they got some dudes down. Connor Williams, former Dallas Cowboy, was their starting center. The guy they got playing right now is not very good. You look at what he grades out at and what he's good at, not shit. That's what he's good at. So, you know, like that's somebody that's somebody. Listen, we talk about lining Micah Parsons up and linebacker. I'm lining Micah Parsons up over the center this game. Like I'm going right after him, man. I'm going right after dude because he's not very good. So yeah, that's him right there. Former 2nd round pick out of Notre Dame. Liam
former tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they moved him to center.
Yeah,
moved him to center, and it ain't played out too well for him so far. So listen, they didn't do too well. This last game, like two for the season, his sack numbers are good, but he got sacked 5 times against the Tennessee Titans. He got sacked 3 times against the Jets. So he's been sacked 8 times these last 2 games. So while his overall numbers are impeccable for the season, they've been having some trouble protecting him up front these last 2 games. I know the last game was a blowout, but that's more so because the quarterback for the Jets was throwing the game away.
Mm-hmm. And see, I got it right here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because, see, Henny and Lord, y'all raised the biggest point. It's that we got a trench opportunity, right? Let me pull this up real quick. Hold on. Y'all give me a sec. I should have had this ready.
We do.
All right, quick.
They line is lacking right now, and that's our best opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, we doing all this Micah Parsons talk, bro. Micah, have yourself a day today for me, man. Have yourself a day. He can shut down a lot of this stuff if he just go out here and go off.
Check, I found it. Look at this.
He can go off.
Look at this. Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel asked before practice about the condition of his banged up offensive line.
That was his answer.
Say, man.
He don't know.
Say, listen, he didn't even he didn't even lie, bro. He was like, bro. See, because everybody talking about the candy, right? We know who the candy is. They got candy on the outside. They got them some major candy, right? But it's them trenches, man. Them trenches is our opportunity. And you right. All this talk about Micah at linebacker, yeah. It depends on how they come at us, right? It depends on how they come. If they go try to beat us through Tua, well, Micah Parsons, you need to be over that center a lot, you know? Yeah, it needs to be havoc from the middle all day long. Mm-hmm. And I think that's likely why we go win this game. I think the trenches is what's going to win this game for us, not the perimeter guys.
We're going to see how responsible they is this game. Because Miami, it's a clear game plan. Are y'all going to show out? Are y'all going to try to, say, look, my no hands? Y'all going to hit the killing more? How y'all get down? Because, look, them big-time offenses, that's one way you can get whooped. You know who was like that? Minnesota. Minnesota got all this. You remember last year? Minnesota had all that talent. They came out there trying to throw the ball 50 times, and they got smacked around.
Yep.
Let's see what happens, Miami. Let's see how responsible y'all is. I know y'all want to show off. Y'all want to get the keys to the Ferrari and go down South Beach. And you know what I'm saying? You just start driving. Y'all want to show off. But we'll see. We'll see. If they do that play into our hands. If they come out here trying to pass, and you giving us a lot of pass rush opportunities, because that's our strong suit right there. That's what we strong at with the K. That's what we strong at in pass rush. So if they do that, give us a lot of pass rush opportunities, hey, it might work out for us more times than not.
And I want to say one more thing, too. Since we're talking about stopping the Dolphins, we done transitioned to basically stopping the Dolphins. There's some good tape out there on how to stop these Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the things that's pretty obvious to me on the games that I saw where Miami struggled, they struggle with physicality. They struggle with teams that play that ugly ball, that nasty ball, that Buffalo style.
Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee. You're right. Any team that's committed to being physical, they struggle with them. I'm gonna say it. I think they a finesse team.
They is.
Yeah.
I think they very much a finesse team. I think they coach finesse too. For real. I see some Kelly Moore in him. I see him wanting to get away from common sense. He a former run game coordinator, but he'll air that thing out sometimes when it don't make sense. You know what I mean? Just
That's
keeping
crazy, boss. I said that boy was Kellen Moore that paid attention in class. That's what I said the other day.
Yeah.
It's
he
crazy
is.
that you be on the same type of time like that. Like, great minds think alike. He like I said this exactly. He one of those smart guys. He went to Yale. You know, he think he gonna be smarter than everybody. But what those type of guys normally do? They outthink themselves. They overthink themselves. Now they start doing so many cute things and all of this stuff and start screwing up themselves.
Yep.
If you look at the game they played Tennessee, they were screwing up themselves. They screwed up themselves. They fumbling the ball at the goal line. They doing all this crazy stuff, trying to be cute, trying to do all this complex stuff. That can get you beat too. All it takes is one fumble snap, one misassignment, one bad read. That's all it takes. We already know you increase the ball, your chances of throwing a turnover if you got the ball in the air all game. So, hey, we'll see. We'll see. We going to see how responsible he is.
And we had Buffalo happen at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo was at the right time. See, Buffalo was the perfect game to be before this game. Perfect game. Because, see, now what we've been always saying, we struggle with keeping containment, right? This team, Miami, loves to attack the edges. So you telling me Dan Quinn is not turning over tables right now over assignment, run fits, containment? Now, if we would have beat Buffalo, likely our defense would have still been undisciplined. But coming after Buffalo, this is the perfect game to test the discipline of the Dallas Cowboys. Because they go really test it because of all the massive motions that they do. It's gonna be see, you right. It's a test to them, but it's also gonna be a test to us. This is the perfect game to test. Do we fall for eye candy? Are we disciplined? Do we communicate? This game is gonna push us cerebrally, for real. Henny,
What's up?
Henny, I want to flip it to something else.
Okay. I'm all ears, man.
Miami's run game is just as dangerous as the pass.
Correct.
So I'm just kicking it off to you to just kind of take over.
Okay. So you trying to see? Okay. I see you trying to say.
I'm just throwing an alley-oop to you, my dog.
All right, but man, listen. In regards to the Miami Dolphins run gang, I didn't know what the hell you trying to get at. I know you finna ask me.
I was just throwing you an alley-oop, dog. I'm just trying to change the topic real quick.
Okay. Tell me something, damn it. But nah, man. But yeah, Miami Dolphins run game is. Listen, when you think about totality, you know it might be more effective than the pass game. They got as many rushing touchdowns as they do passing touchdowns, right?
Right.
They lead the National Football League in rushing touchdowns. I know you spoke on Mostert had 18. Your boy, A-Chain. I think that he prefers to be called A-Chain. He had 7, and that's a bad dude right there. He had over 400 yards in a 3-game stretch. Right, so that was before he got injured. He a guy who came out of Texas A&M, sub 4.3 speed. He's very dynamic, man, very dynamic. So when you think about the 1-2 punch, man, like this is not a team that I want to have issues tackling. This is not a team that I want to have issues in run support or having edge containment. But both these dudes are threats to break one tackle and hit their head on the goalpost. That's just how dynamic they are on the ground. Now, mind you, I don't know how effective they will be if they're gonna still be down 2 offensive linemen. Now that changes a lot, right, in their ability to run and pass block. You know, I talked about Micah Parsons being over the center, but him being over the center might disrupt what they do in the run game too. If he can get a quick push and get him pushed back into the lap or into the back of the running back, man. So they're good, but you know, like. It's really like the offensive line is like the head of the snake, man. Like if the offensive line is subpar, they can't get their stuff going. It really doesn't matter who you got at running back or who you got at wide receiver, because you know it's all gonna start up there at the front. So I'm curious to see how we match this, especially after I saw how James Cook went crazy on us in the run and the pass game. Because Raheem Mostert don't catch a lot of balls, but A-Chain does.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, and I think that's what we go probably struggle with the most, to be honest. I think it's
The running back passing game.
The running backs encountering them. Period. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like. Go ahead.
No, I
was just about to say. I think that's the problem right there. I feel like that's why I said it's on him. It's on McDaniels, because how do he want to attack us? Is he gonna do it responsibly by using these effective running backs? And that's appears to be one of our Achilles heel. If you look at the game last week, that might be the easiest game plan. But I'm telling you, I just feel it, bro. He one of those ego dudes. He want to show off. I think that's gonna get him in trouble. He want to show off, bro. He want to put up 60 on the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So DQ, hey, you better be ready for him, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think we gonna be ready. Hey.
And what I was saying about break the tendencies right here is like, you know, we already know what DQ want to run, cover, win, and all this type of stuff. Do you think he gonna break his tendencies? Because I said it's the real trap is you get caught up with this motion and passing game, and then they come in here and run at you. So, you know, it's going to be a struggle for him. It's going to be a chess match on how he want to match these boys' sets and stuff that they run out.
That is a very good point, because like you said, single high safety, you know, cover three, you know, having an extra guy in the box, you're usually prepared for the run like that. But if you do that, then you have really no support against Tyreek Hill and Jaden Waddle on the outside, right? You just got one safety in the middle. So it's going to be a chess. It's going to be a chess match, right? For as much as I got on Dan Quinn this last game about not matching personnel and not having extra guys in the box and everything else, this is a game where you're damn if you do and damn if you don't. So if you don't have an extra guy in the box and you can't contain the run up front with a light box, you're gonna get gashed by Raheem Mostert and A-Chain. If you do put an extra guy down, you have to go single high. Then you're gonna expose your secondary, because you're gonna have either Stephon Gilmore on the island with Tyreek Hill, or you're gonna have the run Bland on the island with Jaden Waddle, or vice versa, right? So, and especially talk about single high, I'm not even completely 100% sure that Malik Hooker's gonna play. So that's going to be another thing. He's probably your best sideline safety that you have right now. I love one game, but I'm not sure if he's ready for all that.
Yeah, we know he got the speed and stuff, but we don't know if he, you know, ready. He got enough reps to be able to do it and handle the job right now. You know, I would like to see him being mixed in, but you know, we all been championing for more Ronye Thomas. And, you know, he had some opportunities last game. And, you know, when the big play came about, he ain't make it. You know what I'm saying? So I think everybody had to take a little seat back. You know, when you get your opportunities, you got to capitalize on it, man. It was a couple opportunities. Look, he was the running back. Cook was in the middle of the field. Ronye, he hit a little move. Ronye was gone. So it's like, hey, we going to need you to step up when you get your opportunities, man. We've been pushing for you. So when you get out there, you got to represent. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Let's take these super chats.
Boss Land.
Super chats.
All right, so this super chat time. What you got over there, Hen?
Yeah, man, I got a 20 piece from my boy B Bird. Salute to you, my guy.
20 piece. That's what's up.
Indeed, he said since 1998, dome teams that made the Super Bowl have played a total of 20 games to get there. Of those 20 games, 16 were played at home. 2 of the road games were in domes. The other 2 were played outside in good weather. We need number 2 seed.
Yeah.
That's a very good point, man. That's a very good point. And one thing I will
say,
but
I think was he implying that the number 2 that the teams he was describing got biased, or he was just saying
he was saying
if he talking about the amount of games played,
He's talking about the amount of game played by teams that normally play in the dome like we do. So like teams like us with similar home field advantages, they go to the Super Bowl, but they really don't go to the Super Bowl on the road, right? They're not out here playing in Green Bay and shit, right? Yeah. They're not going to Green Bay and winning. They're not going up here to the 49ers country and winning. They're winning. They're winning at home, or they're winning
in good conditions.
In good conditions, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
just like the Rams. I heard B Bird study on that. He did a damn good job on that. He went deep. See, and that super chat, that was just because I heard his whole case on that, man. Now, getting home field advantage is everything. What else you got over there?
That's it for me.
What you got, Lan?
They left me out in the cold today. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, I'm looking out the window in the blind, seeing y'all have fun today. So, it's all good, though.
Hey, man,
I appreciate my people, man. I appreciate my people.
Y'all better bless Landlord, man. It's all good. All right, so let me get to these super. Yeah, it's sometimes it's heavy, sometimes it's not. My boy Common Sense said, been saying bring light on McClary since Arizona game. Yes, you have, Common Sense. And
that's the linebacker coach.
Yeah, it's not enough heat on him. Yeah, and I've been on him since last year. We signing the
alums today.
Yeah,
we signing the alums today.
I ain't like him last year. I wanted him gone last year. I'm dead serious.
But look how low key he be, bro. He don't even do interviews, man.
Yeah, he's safe. And see, it's almost like Dak, right? Dak is the cover for the other bad players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Dak, he might miss a throw, or he'll step out of bounds by 2 inches, and everybody will focus on that, right? Mm-hmm. But they ignore the other people that's like the massive failures to our team. That's how Scott is. You know what I mean? It's other people getting heat when people need to be looking at him. Because the linebackers, in my opinion, since he's been over the linebackers, has never really performed up to what I felt like is standard. So I got another super chat real quick. This is, he said, put him at linebacker and blitz him a lot. I'm pretty sure he's talking about Micah Parsons. That's what they doing. And that's what they pretty much do when they moving them around. Because, that's how they using them right now currently. And then Chris 214 said, you can't try turkey in a skillet, DQ, adjust. Ooh. Ooh. And then Chris 214 said, I guarantee you in a contract is somewhere that says, oh, this was from yesterday. Must be anti-Cowboy. Okay, I already read these super chats. All right, there we go. No, these ain't from yesterday. He said that again. Okay, hold on. We got about 5 more. He said, Overshawn would have gotten hurt. Do you think we would have had the same conversation that we are with Bill?
I don't think so.
I say yeah.
What you mean? What you mean? Are we gonna talk
the size?
The size of Bill.
Yeah,
I think the issue with Bill, man, is he just be exposed too much. I don't necessarily think that he even plays as many snaps if Overshawn was here. So I don't even think they would talk about Bill like that. What I think would happen is they would start trying to phase out J-Ron Curse.
Yeah, I could definitely see that for sure.
Because they love elevating their guys. He's a draft pick. J-Ron Curse needs a contract next year. So if they had their way and Overshawn was completely healthy, Overshawn would play more. Bill would play more, and J-Ron would play less. That's probably how they do the politics in Dallas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I want to say something just real quick because Landlord, you was talking about the safeties playing with heart. The problem is I feel like everybody start that way, but you won't finish that way.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And it don't matter when you going up against somebody that's good. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much hard you got out the wide. Like if he's good enough, it's just gonna take its toll on you.
And that's the point. Them trenches take a toll on you. That's what's bothering me about Dan Quinn. Like they just missed tackles. It's like Dan Quinn. when you got 300-pounders getting in Bell chests to dunk him, eventually he's going to lose the courage that he has.
Just like we said, that's a breaking of your will. The run game, that's what it is. Shout out to B-Bird with the coming through saving the day for your boy with the 499. He says, our offense sets the table for our defense. We have to play with a lead to take away the run game. Our team is built like all great dome teams. You right about that.
Right.
And I get mad as hell every time we defer the ball. Because I feel like we in an identity crisis at that point. Bro, we are no longer a defensive team, boss. I don't care what nobody say. I will fight anybody on the top of the mountain for that, bro. I'm sorry. We're no longer a defensive team.
Wait.
We're not. It's just the truth at this point. Because, like, every single time, I don't want to defer no more. Because it feel like the offense set the tone better. Every time we defer, from my understanding, it seems like they go straight out there and give up a touchdown. So I would rather Dak go out there and score a touchdown, and now we got the lead. Why don't we understand that right now? Perfect. Right? If B-Bird got enough common sense and research to be able to understand this, we've been seeing this same trend for years now. The Cowboys just play like that, bro. That's just how we are. So why not intensify that? If we know what our plan is, then this is common sense. Shout out to Common Sense Lab. That's my guy.
It might not be common sense, though.
But listen, no, it is, boss.
It is. No, I agree with you, but the problem is, how long have everybody been saying the defense is the lead of this team? See, I'm with you, Land. I came around about 4 weeks ago. I was like, nope, this is an offensive team.
When can you deploy your pass rushers, boss?
Ahead.
Right. When you ahead.
Right.
So why wouldn't you give your team an opportunity to set it up like that? Don't defer the goddamn ball no more. I'm just saying that right now, bro, because I swear every time it happens, I have a bad feeling. And them boys come out there and score a touchdown. Now, don't even give up a touchdown.
I love what you saying.
Give up a field goal sometimes, bro. Don't start the game like that, bro. I know this is a tough lead, but please at least hold them boy to a field goal. Don't start the game off giving up touchdown drives. That's crazy.
Can I ask you, when was the last time your defense actually showed up for a quote unquote big game? They haven't. Now that's the answer. They haven't.
Against Philly. We'll give them Philly. We'll give them Philly.
We'll give them Philly at home. We'll give them Philly.
I ain't gonna give them Philly.
Where the Eagles have not won in 6 years.
Giving them Philly balls. Come on.
Eagles ain't won in Dallas in 6 years. 2017 was the last time that they won in Dallas, and that was the game that Zeke Elliott got suspended the first time around. So that's the last time they won in Dallas.
Shout out to Quinn Cowboy with the $10 super. She said, Landlord, my problem is with Darren Quinn. He's stubborn. It's been evident that he is stubborn.
Oh, no.
That's what it looks like.
I don't know about stubborn.
Time out, boss. What is the fact that he ain't told us? If this man win change out of his set, boss, that's the only thing you can say. That's stubbornness. It ain't no other way to describe it.
It is another way to describe this.
Ignorance?
Nope.
He ain't ignorant. What you think?
You know I got you, Landlord.
Go ahead. Get
Politics. Yeah. Let's not forget front office meddling. Let's not leave that out the equation.
Wait a minute. Let's not talk politics with a politician. We're not gonna sit here and act like Dan Quinn is not somebody working up there with them, because he already drew his line in the sand with Micah Parsons. When Micah Parsons came out when Micah Parsons came out and said, "Man, I'm gonna be a defensive end," and then Dan Quinn said, "No, the hell he ain't." And matter of fact, next time you have a question about the defense, you talk to me. That's what the hell he did. So
let's talk about that. Okay, let's talk.
We're not gonna talk.
Let's talk about that.
He smacked that wrist.
We're not gonna talk politics with a politician.
Or did he? No, hold on. Or did he? See, because I got a pushback on that, and it's real.
You don't think he's tried it? Well, look, if he didn't hypothetically smack his wrist, he tried to. Because Michael was out there in the offseason becoming a defensive end.
Y'all hear me out on this.
Becoming one.
Hear me out on this.
What's up?
What's the pattern that we see with the Dallas Cowboys? When you really have that him and that it, you pretty much dictate to front office what you go do. Oh, so Micah Parsons is not the first, because really what you're saying here is Micah Parsons dictated what he wanted to do. That's what happened. Because Dan Quinn was telling them, you're an off-ball linebacker that can blitz. And see, I already know. They let him know that before the offseason started. That's why he had to check him and correct him. But think about the pattern. What did Zach Martin say? I'm a guard.
We ain't gonna play tackle.
What did Witten say? I ain't coming out the game. Right? When you got a certain type of play here, players start dictating what they go do. So when I'm talking about this politics, sometimes your hands are tied by front office, because I know Dan Quinn's smart. I know he know how to build for different teams and different packages. But when your bosses are saying, we want our guys, well, we not gonna see Evans. Like, all of us know Fowler is better than Armstrong. Why we not seeing him? Front office meddling. Because all of it goes to their philosophies. They want to win through those draft guys.
They want to win their way.
Their way. So I don't want to always put all of this on Dan Quinn, because Dan Quinn and Mike McCarthy have to navigate the politics of the Dallas Cowboys and their bosses' demands. So,
boss, you said something then. This finna be real quick.
Yeah.
When you said that if the player's saying what he gonna do and what he ain't gonna do, who in the world you think empower him?
Front office.
If a player got the cachet to say,
front
I'm
office.
finna do this.
Yeah, that's front office.
Who you think empower him?
Front
so
office.
Micah could have been a battle between the front office and the coaching staff.
Yep.
It might not even have nothing to do with Micah.
Right. So that's why I'm being careful. That's why I'm being careful not to over slam Dan Quinn. You know what I mean? Because we all know Mike McCarthy did not want Kellen Moore. We got the benefit of hindsight, but because his bosses wanted it, he had to try to make it work. I think we looking at the same thing with Dan Quinn. That's why they kept running at a big nickel, right? They kept running at that big nickel on Buffalo because his bosses don't want to play bastards. And for those who new to my channel, that's what I call free agents. We treat our free agents like bastards' sons. We treat our draft choices like our actual blood sons. And I think sometimes that politics bleeds over into decisions, and we point to them coaches who really didn't have nothing to do with it.
The bastards gonna always get seconds.
Bass ain't gonna get no. Hey, they ain't gonna get eat shit off the table, man. Talk about seconds.
What they said, get treated like a redheaded stepchild. It's already a reason they say stuff like that. You're not gonna get treated like the real child. I'm sorry.
You know.
Hey, I'm finna
you should though, you know.
I'm finna do something, y'all. I know I shouldn't do this. I'm finna open up the phone lines. I know I shouldn't. Now keep in mind, I gotta get a haircut. I gotta get a haircut. So we gonna take
Let's
some
do
calls.
it. Y'all hit the line real quick.
Hit the line, man. We want to hear from you.
Hey, real quick, before y'all start the phone, I'm gonna have to depart from y'all because I just took my lunch early.
Okay. Handle up, man.
Okay.
Hey, but I appreciate all y'all for having me on here, man. God bless.
All right,
man. You got to give us your final words, Biggie, if you can. Can you? Or you got to go?
Yeah. I got time to give y'all my final word real quick, man. Final word. Dallas Cowboys will win the NFC East. We will win against the Miami Dolphins come Sunday afternoon. It'll be an early Christmas present from the boys to you. Final score. Final score is going to be Dallas Cowboys 35-24. They're going to put up some points. They're going to put up some points. But 35-24 is going to be the final score of the game. Dak Prescott will have 4 passing touchdowns. Micah Parsons will have 2.5 sacks. They never like giving him 3, but he will have 2.5 because they're going to play find the scrub, in the words of Austin Barty.
Love it.
I feel real good about the matchup up front. And even with our situations, I trust Dak Prescott under pressure more than I trust Tua. Hey, my boy Landlord, I always give you your flowers. You definitely stepped up your analytic game. He showed a stat. Tua has a passer rating of like 117 from a clean pocket, and then he has a passer rating of 60 when he's under pressure. We can get pressure on Tua.
Love it.
Right.
Where can they find you?
Hey, man, it's your boy Henny the Moor reporting live from the liquor store. You know, you can catch me on my YouTube channel, HTM Sports, and you go to Facebook. It's Henny the Moor, man. Just like, subscribe, donate. I'll be here, and hey, I'm gonna holler at y'all, good people, man. Salute.
I ain't gonna even lie. Henny, one of my favorites. For real.
He ain't be going crazy.
Henny is one of my favorites, man. You go get fooled if you follow Henny. Peace out, Hen.
Indeed.
Appreciate
and hey, real
man.
quick, shout out to DC for Life, Texas for the $2 super, man. Say great show, fam. Great show. Thank you for the love.
There it is.
Appreciate you.
Get to
And
work,
shout
dog.
out
Don't
to
get
B
fired.
Bird with the nah, we don't need that. Shout out to B Bird with the 199 for your mind. He says, name that grimy, nasty dome team defense. None. B Bird on the song with that.
Speaking of B Bird, we got B Bird on the line. B Bird,
let's do it.
We got 10 minutes. You got to be fast today.
I'll be real quick. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, so I'll just tell you, man, I had an epiphany when I put out that stat the other day. That basically, no dome team has ever really went anywhere and done anything on the road in brutal conditions. The two times that the dome teams did go on the road was against Baltimore. Peyton Manning and their team only kicked 5 field goals to win. Then the Rams went over to Tampa Bay and won, but Tampa Bay in January is a nice place to play. So to me, when I said the number 2 seed is we get 2 games at home and go play in California, which ain't bad. I have a lot of confidence if we, fought the 49ers again. People are going to be like, you're crazy. I just do, because I think they'll be overconfident. They haven't seen our new offense yet. So I think we can kind of set the table. But we are not built, unlike all the Kurt Warner, Rams, the Saints, Breeze Saints, Manning's coach. Great offense, sets the table for the defense. Defense is opportunistic, not a shutdown defense. No one can never name me a all-time great defense that played in the dome. It just don't happen, man. So the overarching thing of this thing, man, is that don't get too emotional on this. If you really look at Buffalo, it's the perfect mix for a dome team to lose. Cold, rainy, and windy.
Yeah, I said style make
fights. The passing game sets everything up for us.
Yep.
The passing game sets everything up for us. If you can't pass the ball and you can't pass those conditions, how are you going to set anything up? So I kind of threw that game out, to be honest with you, man. We have small linebackers because we expect to be covering tight ends and running back out the back here. I don't mind the way we're built, man. That's all I want to tell y'all. I'm getting off and let somebody else get on, man.
Appreciate it.
It looked like Miss Quinn tried to call it. She said it's locked.
Yeah, I had to lock it. There's too many people in here.
Oh, okay.
I would never get my hair cut. Hey, y'all try to keep it to a minute, too. I'll get you on the next one, Queen. 267, you live. Try to keep it to a minute, big dog. Hold on real quick. 267. Come on, man. Hold on real quick. This is my phone. Hold on real quick. There it is. 267, you live. 267. All right. I'm not done. Hold on. One more time. All right. All right, 267. Yeah, you live.
Oh, what's up, man? This Jay Worthy. What's up, boss? What's up, landlord?
What's
How
up?
y'all feel?
What's going on?
Hey, man, look, I look at it like this, just a game plan. I'm going to be quick. Mindset. Because you made an excellent point, boss, when you said that everybody wants to play us. Everybody wants to get up for us. All of a sudden, teams are healthy to play us. We are the ops. We are everyone's Super Bowl. We are the Dallas Cowboys. We wear that star. We are a target. Just like Prom said when Shannon Sharp asked him, he said, What do you think about the Cowboys? He said, I love them. Throw that game away. Throw it in the tape. We don't want to look at it. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to do nothing. I believe our Dallas Cowboys are fine. It's just that they got to change their mindset and understand everybody want to punch us in the face.
Right.
And we have to get up for these games.
Right,
you know,
man.
that's all I'm saying. We are a great team. We're better than most teams in the NFL. Not if all of them. You know, San Francisco 49ers, you know, evenly matched. But we have to really, really focus on that. And the last point, Micah Parsons.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. You can only get 1 point.
Get
I'm sorry, bro, because I got 4 calls.
All right,
I got to get a haircut.
cool.
But we'll put more time. Yeah, you already know, bro. I can't be late. You already know. Everyone say,
go
get
get
that
sharp, bro. Go get sharp. I feel you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. I ain't mean to cut them off either, man. I'm just trying to get to all the calls. That's a part of our show, so we still try to make sure we do that. 318, you live. Try to keep it to a minute, man. I don't want to rush you, but hey, I gotta go.
Well, what's up with our boy, man?
What's going on?
Look, I'm just gonna say this now, because I know they, you know, everybody these players, they look at y'all shows, bro. Even though they probably don't say it, but I know they listen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping they listen. I just want them to stop holding, bro, especially on rundown. I can take a tackle for a loss or two, but if bagging up 10 yards, can't do it, man. So stop holding on the rundown, man. That's all I gotta say.
Appreciate the call, big dog. And Tyler Smith had something to say about that. I watched his interview finally from my boy Chris 214. He was like, man, they be man, but good call. Yeah, they be getting us, bro. They are. All right, we got 2 more, man. I appreciate y'all being fast with these calls too, man. For real. Being courteous to me getting my haircut. Joe, you live.
Hey, what's going on, boss? What's up, landlord?
What's happening?
I want to get to the point where you say that we should have held Buffalo to field goals. Well, I'm not trying to use the refs as an excuse, but we had an opportunity to help them for a field goal if it wasn't for that so-called illegal hit on Josh Allen.
You ain't lying. Yeah, and see, that's a whole nother topic, Joe. These refs, we're going to have to get into that because, you know, it's a debate on that as well, man. But I appreciate the call, Joe.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Joe be going hard, man. Joe go hard all the time. All right, we got us 1 more. Mr. Burns, you live.
Hey, what up, boss, landlord? Hey, man, I hope our favoritism towards our players don't cost us this Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you ain't got all dogs on defense, I just hope they're going to cost us from getting to, you know, what we want to be. And then y'all keep on doing what y'all doing, man. Love the show. Hey, y'all be safe and be blessed.
Man.
Appreciate you.
Them boys did excellent. Everybody kept it under a minute, landlord, and was fire.
That was dope.
I appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you already know what it is, man. You know what we got to do now.
Final words.
Yeah, we got to hit that.
Well, you know, I think this going to be, like I said, this going to be a big test for us. I feel like this is DQ game right here. If he want to shut me up, which I know he don't care about what I say, but if he was able to slow them down, I won't have much to say after that. I'd be like, okay, that's what I'm talking about, because I think this is a tall task. But if we can get after the passer, if we can minimize these big plays and stuff like that, I really think we can get this win.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really. My bad. Y'all know the cheers.
That energy said it all. That energy said it all.
Talking and shit. Y'all know it's holiday season. I got these kids out there just talking, distracting me. But y'all forgive me. But yeah, man, if we can get this pass rush going and get out the tour, like ACM said, it's a big time drop compared to when he kept clean and when he under pressure. So if we can get him off of his spots, get him out of rhythm, keep bothering him, keep him on his back, because he don't like to be hit. Like Tua ain't one of them big tough quarterbacks. He more like a wide receiver. He don't want to get hit. So, like you said, you think they finesse. That's a perfect way to describe Tua as a quarterback. He more of a finesse quarterback. He don't want to be touched. He don't want to be hit that much. That's why he get the ball out quicker than everybody else. He get the ball out quicker than anybody in the league. So that's something we got to really think about as far as the way we want to attack them with our defense. But, hey, we'll see. Let the best team win. I feel like we got a good shot if we play our responsible brand of football. And that's my final word, man. Y'all hit your boy up. Hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. I go by Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on our social media. I appreciate y'all, man. Let's do it.
Let's go. All right. Yeah, and I feel good. I feel good about the Miami game. I do. I feel like we're getting ready to beat them. I think we go expose them too. For real. For a lot of reasons. The main reason is Dak. Dak don't have 2 bad games. Also, the Dallas Cowboys don't have 2 bad games. We respond very well. We're in the right conditions too.
Thanks.
You know, so, and this is a game that we circled. Like, yeah, see, people always circling games on us. We circle games on you, homeboy.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is a good game for us.
Yeah, I think we go slap them. I really do.
I think one of your points too before we go.
Yeah.
The Buffalo game, everything happened for a reason, man.
Yeah.
Because look, I know this gonna sound crazy, but if we didn't get beat by Buffalo like that, this could have been a potential blowout.
Facts.
Like, for real.
This would have been
could've
the wrong
a potential
game.
blowout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This would have
Yeah.
been the wrong game to be coming over there overly confident and smelling yourself, and you ain't really did the proper preparation for. Because you gotta really get in your bag. DQ gonna really have to be in his bag this game. And Mike McCarthy, because if DQ defense can't slow him down, guess what? You gotta keep up. That's what the nature of the game gonna be.
So you know me and Landlord cool because you know what? You the only dude in the world that can steal my final word, and I'm cool with it.
My bad.
You good. You good, bro. Hey, man, that's Boss Land, man. Let's get it.
Let's go.